Yeah, I'm just trying to do things that are disruptive, unusual, but ultimately underscored by love.
Hey, Scott here. In this video, we'll take a look at Russell Brand. There's very little debate about his type. Most people agree, myself included, that he's an ENFP. So I'm just going to make some comments about his personality and show some clips that demonstrate different ways that you can see his ENFP traits. If you like this sort of thing, you'll want to go to whattype.com/free stuff for more free content. Also, if you'd like me to analyze your personality, you can find out more at whattype.com/mytype. One of the most striking things about Russell Brand is his intelligence. He's remarkably quick-witted, very socially intelligent, and has a large vocabulary. He seems just as comfortable talking to one person or commanding and entertaining a large room full of people with no preparation necessary. Looking at his type, as you'd expect, one of the clearest ways his intelligence expresses itself is through his primary function, which is extroverted intuition. Extroverted intuition primaries can be very mentally and verbally quick. NE is especially useful for improvisation and comedy. It uses various regions of the brain to quickly process information in spontaneous, unique, and interesting ways. Here he is improvising a song about a polystyrene crate.
I really wish I had a polystyrene crate. I really wish I had a polystyrene crate. I really wish I had a polystyrene. I have a polystyrene crate. I got it from my mate. I think it's really great that he gave it to me. He had a blue fork and a potato inside. He gave it over to me, forgot about his pride, but then he lied to me and said there wasn't any spit because Matthew Morgan, him over there, is a right effing git. Woohoo!
That's good, I made that up.
That's amazing. Brilliant song.
As a result of extroverted intuition, ENFPs aren't bound by the more linear or literal ways of thinking that most types tend to stick to. They'll freely imagine human qualities and objects or put things together in bizarre ways. Here he is anthropomorphizing, assigning human traits to inanimate objects. This is something ENFPs do often.
Narina's favorite things are red wine and chocolate. But say that you had to join an army and either fight for the red wine side or the chocolate side, which army would you join?
Be the red wine.
You'd be in the red wine side, because they'd be much more confident, wouldn't they? They'll be pissed. Go, get in! Chocolate! And all the chocolate was going to put weight on, oh no! But hold on, what about if the red wine side tortured their prisoners and then you found that they released videos of the red wine army weeing on members of the chocolate army? Would you not then feel a bit ashamed?
Like, do you think of this stuff in the middle of the night and then save it?
I make it up in the moment.
As you go.
Incredible gift.
Fucking brilliant.
So it's paying the bills.
Another way Russell Brand's intelligence expresses itself is through language. Different types might expand their vocabulary for a variety of reasons. In Brand's case, my interpretation is that he's inclined that way because of NE's thirst for novelty combined with FI's desire for self-expression. Here's a clip of him talking about vocabulary. He seems to enjoy words that sound unusual or have interesting or unexpected meanings.
Kelly B06, Russell, you're a great inspiration to me. I'm really curious as how you're able to build your vocabulary and manner of speaking so eloquently. Care to share any tips for how I might learn to be better as myself? Did drugs play a role in that regard for you? Yeah, massively impeding the process. It doesn't make you more eloquent taking heroin and crack all night. It makes you a juddering wreck. Got a corner of your mouth full of all that sticky stuff. Oh, and I read loads and I look in the dictionary and I look stuff up. I've got this whole list of words that you might like actually. Check out all these words. Instantiate, that means manifest. Pudenda, that means outward genitals. Senescence, decay. Sybaritic, fond of luxury. Sedulous, hard-working. Phatic, pointless language, love that. Ersatz, copy of. Picayune, petty, worthless. Lugubrious, sad, dismal. Precipitous, high or steep. Homily, religious story. Edification, build up, teach. Impassive, not showing any emotion. Lapidary, of engraving. I mean, look at all those words. They're on the old wordy list.
Another thing that you can observe in Russell Brand is his temperament. He's clearly an NF or idealist. This comes out in his activism, his interest in New Age philosophy, his political commentary, and his recent books, Revolution and Recovery. Here he is talking about his issues with the current incarnations of government.
Because you want a revolution. Many people want a revolution, but I'm asking you what it would be like.
Well, I think what it won't be like is a huge disparity between rich and poor, where 300 Americans have the same amount of wealth as the 85 million poorest Americans, where there is an exploited and underserved underclass that are being continually ignored, where welfare is slashed, while Cameron and Osborne go to court to defend the rights of bankers to continue receiving their bonuses. That's all I'm saying.
What's the scheme? That's all I'm asking. What's the scheme? You talk vaguely about revolution. What is it?
I think a socialist egalitarian system based on the massive redistribution of wealth, heavy taxation of corporations and massive responsibility for energy companies and any company that's exploiting the environment. I think they should be I think the very concept of profit should be hugely reduced. David Cameron says profit isn't a dirty word. I say profit is a filthy word, because wherever there is profit there is also deficit, and this system currently doesn't address these ideas.
His NF temperament has shown itself more as he's gotten older, and his auxiliary function, introverted feeling, has matured. As a kid, he was admittedly very self-centered, and while he still acknowledges this tendency, he's become more balanced and aware and more focused on helping others than he was in the past. While he still has a very fast motor and can still be very playful and whimsical, he appears more comfortable slowing down, listening, empathizing, and relating with people at deeper levels.
Like, you know, like in the past, I think so. If something like that had happened, like my mum had been in an accident, I think I would have made that about me. Oh no, my underlined mum has been in an accident, and would have sought various forms of emotional collateral from that incident. The 12 steps is a kind of philosophy that helps you to navigate your own emotions and relationships with other people, and that's basically all we've got in life, ourselves and each other.
And I think something lovely that comes from that as well is helping other people, and it not always being about you, and actually sort of in the world around us and stuff like that. I mean, because if you think about, you know, we're all a bit addicted to our phones, aren't we, and social media, and it's like you can't put it down. You wake up in the morning and you just want to look at it. And it was actually reading your book that I pulled myself up on some of those behaviours, because I was thinking, yeah, you're right, there I am looking at Instagram and Twitter and actually...
Yeah, what do you think we're looking for? You're a successful person, you're doing well in your life, and then somehow you think there might be some additional treat or tidbit there within the phone, but I don't know. I don't know that those screens are necessarily our friends.
So that wraps it up. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if, like me, you enjoy this sort of thing, you'd like to dig into personality type and figure out what types people are, then you'll want to go to whattype.com/join to become a member. We've got more celebrity videos, a library of lessons full of video examples, and a community where you can have your questions answered and where you can debate type in a respectful environment. Try it out for a week for just $1.